Hey, for those of you new to the game, I've started doing a little podcast, a little video show here to kind of pass along information for the little leagues. I'm going to do a little baseball wrap-up show for my first ever baseball show. Hard to believe, but we have actually made the finish line. Baseball finished their regular season, move into the playoffs, and after a rough first couple of weeks, everything's looking really good. So go Yankees. As we look to this show, you're going to hear recaps from both of our leagues, and we're going to look a little bit at Ted next year. So, starting in our original league, we had, remember, the 5 game regular season. Then the sixth week was kind of a qualifying round, seeding round. So, you'll see the regular season standings. It reflects 6 games at this point. Um, Greg and my father-in-law Tom actually were both 4-1 during those first 5 weeks. Actually played in the seeding round, which was won by Greg. So Greg is your regular season champion. You'll notice we had a lot of 2-win teams. We had 6 different teams finish with 2 wins. We moved to the playoffs to get into the playoffs in that qualifying week. Dan and Ben, the two lose, both won and moved on to play in the quarterfinals. So your quarterfinal matchups: Greg beat Dan, I beat Sean, Phil beat Todd, and Ben beat Tom. And this actually set up a quarterfinals, which featured the last four champions of this league. Um, in that semifinal round, I was able to get a big lead on Greg early and kind of never let up. And Phil was able to beat last year's champion Ben by 55 points. We move on to the championship round where I didn't stand a chance. Phil beat me 90-12 on Monday, and you can tell I basically played him even after that. This was Phil's third title. He won 2018 and a 2003 as well. So congratulations on title number 3. And if you look, not a close game. He beat Todd by about 150. Then he beat Ben by 55 and then beat me by 77. So didn't even have good sweat going. So congratulations, Phil. A well-deserved title. Well done. LFBL 2. You'll see Phil's name a lot again coming up here. Phil and Miles were by far the two best teams in this league during the regular season. You can tell they were almost 10 full games up on Dan in third, and you see Ben in fourth. Sounds like a good baseball season by the same people, if you ask me. Once we got to the playoffs, we had some great games in the playoffs. The two wildcard games were awesome. They went totally down to the wire. Ben was able to beat me, and Sean was able to get by Dan. In the semifinals, you had Phil destroy Ben in this league. He was the defending champion in this league. Phil also beat him in this league. And then Miles and Sean played a tight one, and Miles moved on. And then Phil, again, no contest in the finals. 11 categories to 1. So Phil played 5 playoff games over these 2 leagues, didn't have a close one in any of the 5. We could all hope for that kind of success. Phil won both leagues, so we've now had these leagues for 2 years. Both times, the same team has won both leagues. Ben won both last year. Phil won both this year. So congratulations to Phil. A great year in baseball. Well done. Now, let's look ahead to 2021. I want to talk first about Little Fantasy Baseball League, our original league here. Ben had brought this up way back in July about pricing and what that may look like. Because the reality is we basically paid a third of what we'd normally play. So it doesn't make any sense to have the full price increase because you really didn't get a full season on these guys. I actually really agree with that. So I just off the cuff right now, I'm thinking maybe a third increase, a third of the normal price increase, like $3 might make sense. But I think as we get closer to next season, we can look at that and decide what we really want to do. And I actually really enjoyed the qualifying rounds. I thought was a really cool way to kind of give everyone a chance right there at the end of the season, even if your season was kind of in the tank. So I'm wondering if next year we can find a way to incorporate the qualifying rounds into what we do. Just food for thought. I'm thinking those might be 2 fun changes to add to this league next year. As for this number 2 league, I think it's a great supplement to what we already do. With the categories league, the way we score is totally different, but it's fun and it's easy. So I'm thinking that league is here to stay. I really love the way it's set up. I have no changes for that league. Bo Jackson Award update. Forgot to add this in the table of contents. COVID is not taking this award away because we've now completed all sports but football. So you will have a winner. Phil is currently the winner. He won both baseball leagues, and he was top 3 in golf, hockey, and the football playoffs. The defending champion, Andy, is currently second after crushing us in basketball and golf. Neither of those leagues were close. A number of teams still in the hunt beyond them. Eric, Greg, and all have a chance if we have some good football seasons. So congratulations, Phil. Good luck to the rest of you this year.